Hey, hey, hello. Oh, wait a minute. Let me change the sound. Okay, is my voice clear? Hey, hello. Oh, oh,
Hello.
hey, hey, hello, hello.
Hey, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Here,
Oh, hey,
so here's stream this up. Looks like everything's good. Layout wise.
yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm in your.
Alright.
Oh,
Raiden 2 is about to begin.
right. The best flying game ever.
Best flying game ever. The tagline is so good.
And they fucking reused that for DX too. Like the best flying game got even better.
Yeah, it's just even better. They
Yeah,
they know what they are doing.
definitely.
So did you just wake up recently?
Yeah, so because I'm in Pacific Daylight Savings Time Zone,
Oh,
it's just like much earlier than I usually get up on Saturdays, so that's why I saw that ping at like 4, I was like, "What?" I didn't think we were supposed to start that early.
okay. All right. So you have a day off, right?
Yeah, I have the day off today,
Okay.
so I can just sleep in later if I
Yep.
really need to. But I tried going to sleep earlier.
Oh.
That didn't work out as much as possible, but 6 hours is better than nothing. So
All right. Right.
yeah.
Can you check the game audio balance on my stream?
All right, let's hear this. It sounds like my voice is coming through. Yours is too.
Oh, your voice is too low.
It's too low.
Oh, really?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think it is.
Okay. Let me loud your voice. Okay, how is it now?
Just 1, 2, 3.
Text. Test.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. How about mine? Check. How about my sound? Check. Checking.
Yeah, I can hear yours.
Yeah.
It's a little lower than mine, but that's fine.
What? Little louder?
No, not loud. It's just a little bit lower, but
Oh,
it's not a big deal because I'll probably be commentating for most of this, I think.
oh, wait. Oh, my voice is set to max, so I have no idea still. Oh. Oh, and the raid is here. Okay.
Boy, let's get ready.
The raid is here. Let me shield. Let me shield first on some Discord server. Hello everyone. My name is Copy Paster CPS. And here the commentary is gonna be GG Maximo, and I'm doing Raiden 2.
Yep. I am GG Maximo, and I will be commentating on Copy Paster's run for Raiden 2, the best flying game ever, supposedly.
Yeah. Resort this gun. Alright. Pistol only, yeah. So I'm gonna keep silent and let Maximo do the job.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Alright.
Whenever you're ready.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Chris. I'm gonna go to bedroom first.
One funny tidbit I just want to mention while we're at this demo track screen here is when you see the player playing in the demo track mode, rank is always set at minimum, which I think lured a lot of people into a false sense of security when playing this. Because the actual game is never going to be as slow as this, especially from like stage 3 onwards, as you'll see. All right. So, this is Raiden 2. This is a vertical shmup released in 1993 by Saibu Kaihatsu, which was created 3 years after the first game was released, Raiden 1 in arcades. Basically, the story of this is that the evil aliens, the Cranassians as they're called, have returned to Earth 3 years after the first game, regained its strength, and then as a result of basically invading the Earth, Earth decides to create its world allied forces to develop a new craft called the Raiden Mark II, or 2P-side Raiden Mark IIB, which has additional mobility in the previous model. It has additional weapons and armaments from the first game. So basically what CPS is doing here in stage 1, there's not too many enemies to worry about here, but what he's going to try to do is power up as soon as possible. In this game, you have power levels tied to your main shot, which starts at a measly like 2-shot pea shooter and can go up several power levels until you hit max power. In addition to this, you have sub-secondary shots, which can either be missiles or it could be homing. In the first 2 stages, he will probably go for missiles just to get some extra firepower. And then in stage 3, switch to homing. The sub-shots have 4 power levels, and before they're fully maxed out in power. You also pick up bombs every 4th item in the item cycle, because it's like item order is 3 shot items, 1 bomb, repeats about 4 or 5 times, and then gives you 5 bombs, full power up, and then resets to the first item. So what you can see on the bottom left here, he's picking up the cluster bombs here, which is a common survival strat done by players who just want a basic clear, because even though the base default thermonuclear like red bombs are great, they are very slow to activate and potentially will get you killed in really dicey situations. So it's much better to have cluster instead, because less time to activate gives you more protection. Right here you can see he's just finishing off these 2 walker bosses here, which are pain for many players starting out. He just did a basic point blank strategy there, which enables you to get rid of the walker before he throws out a lot of nasty spread patterns. There's actually a couple of ways you could point blank that. Some people prefer to stay by the legs of the second walker. Some people, like Saucy, prefer to go in from the side and then point blank it. It really just comes down to what you're more consistent with. Now we're at stage 2. This stage still isn't really too bad, but the thing you have to watch out for is a lot of these sniper tanks will come out from the top areas and pop out from the sides of these buildings here, and can easily catch a beginner player off guard. There's that carrier there, it just drops like destructible bullets. It's very easy to point blank and just kill right off the bat. And you get more of these tanks here that come in the screen. I guess one other thing I can mention too is for scoring this game, it's mainly comes down to how many medals you pick up, or silver medals, necklaces. Those all get factored into your stage bonus total, and even if you die, they still count as like the total end of stage bonus. So it's heavily encouraged to not bomb as much as possible, collect medals for sizable bonuses that add a lot to your score. I'm not sure if we'll be seeing extremely high bonuses here, but since he is playing for primary survival, but it's something to keep in mind, especially if you do decide to really invest some time in this game. Right there, he just finished off those 2, I guess, gunboat bosses, which the first one you can just kind of point blank easily and just kill it before it gets off the spread. The second one has more HP, so you can't do the same thing, but what you can do is point blank until the 6 turrets are killed, go up, avoid the spread, or point blank, then move back down to avoid the spread and kill it that way. Right here, he's very systematically going side by side to make sure he doesn't get cornered by those tanks that pop out from the sides here. But he didn't go for that power up here. So he should be at max power right about here, fully maxing out his... He's already got his missiles fully maxed out, but now his main shot is fully maxed out for this second boss right here, which is called Albatross. As you can see, like a lot of these bosses are very similar variants to the first game, where it's just a lot more graphical detail. But what he's going to try doing here is systematically timing these waves so that he does less damage at the beginning, and then by the time he gets to wave 8, the boss will have not received enough damage. So what will happen then is, as a result, has to release all of those additional like birds, small mechanical birds it sends out before it can move on to the second phase. Therefore, he can kill it easily after that by point blanking. If you do too much damage at the beginning, then it will immediately throw out the rest of its waves and move on to the second phase, and potentially point blank if you're too close. Very nicely done. Alright, now we're at stage 3, and this is probably the first big difficulty spike in the game, as many people will notice playing their game for either the first or second time, but a lot of this has to do with, especially in the later part of the level, you're going to get a lot of these bulky enemies to deal with, a lot of tanks coming out. First part here isn't too bad though, it's just, you know, you got to be aware of positioning, where stuff is being fired, and as always, having good fundamentals with where enemies can fire off is good, especially because I think in my experience a lot of the way that enemies fire is pretty similar to Tokyo games, where it's kind of like slight degree offset from 45. Here he just used a bomb there so that he can set up his position, move down, and then get the 1-up from that crate there as the tank rolls into it. That 1-up is, I think, very important to learn, because you're going to want resources just in case something goes horribly wrong in this game. If you do die in this game, what basically happens is, based on how many power-ups you have, and if you have collected fairies, the fairies will drop a certain number of items, which can range anywhere from 3 items all the way up to 7 if you're fully powered up. Of course, what you usually want to have is the fairy drop a full P, and then maybe like a homing/missile item so that you pick up the HP from HM first, then get the P, then get back to full power. That's not always possible, so you just have to usually work in a game plan to try to milk this as long as possible. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so there he got a little bit cornered and used a cluster bomb for safety. Probably a good idea, because otherwise it's like you need to be positioned in a certain area to get rid of that sniper tank that pops out of that hangar back there. Okay, so now he's up on the gunboats. Looks like he's another cluster bomb for safety here to kill this one so he doesn't get cornered, since the second one comes into screen very quickly, and dealing with the streams of bullets from both of them can get quite hairy fast, in addition to these small turret gunboats coming down from the top of the screen. And then you got 2 more to deal with from the sides. Let's see if he... Oh, okay. Looks like he handled that pretty well. Good stuff. Now he switches to laser here for this next boss, which is called Battle Axe, a giant gunboat which you want to basically destroy the hatchet as quickly as possible and get some damage in, because if you let this boss live for more than like 4 or 5 seconds, it starts releasing additional turrets that pop out the sides for it, and that is extremely annoying to deal with, especially when you have those other turrets on the side and the enemy snipers that pop in from the top. And that's full 3. Good stuff. coming into stage 4 with 4 bombs. Stage 4 is the ruin stage. This one is, honestly, I feel like a reprieve from the previous stage. There's just not as much nasty, like, enemy types, like, trying to kill you at the same time, although there are a couple spots where you do need to be diligent at any positioning later on. Switches back to Vulcan here. It's for most stage portions of this game, even though the Vulcan has some pretty noticeable gaps if you're not close up. It has great point-blank damage. The screen coverage is absolutely great for what you need. And I guess also in part, laser doesn't have any coverage. For the no autofire fans, you can use plasma and clear the game that way, but even though it supposedly doesn't do as much damage as laser, I kind of find that the weapon is not particularly great outside of stage 7, so in most scenarios, you really want to use the maxed out Vulcan shot and homie if possible. Yeah, so those flyer enemies that speed up and shoot the aim bullets there, they can fire off a second set of bullets that use. They leave the screen, catching you off guard. So it's usually good just to kill them if you can, if not. Oh, there we go. Almost got hit from the side there. He will use 2 pace laser later on in stage 7 at least. So here, a couple of these little ruin things will actually open up to reveal hidden enemies. You want to basically time the killing those until like one of the flyers comes down screen so that you can move up point blank. Otherwise, they'll fire a 5-way spread that can be a bit annoying to deal with. Then here he's going to time it so that he can easily kill that last hidden turret as all these flyers swarm downstream, and then he moves left to right. Oh, looks like that worked out. Nice. Alright, and then you got these 2 statues here, which release another power-up. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like what CPS doing here is he's just going to use laser from the get-go on this boss, and then probably just point-blank anything that is quite dicey. I personally just use, Vulcan shot before moving on to laser here. Ooh. Because on that first phase there, like basically the lightning base boss will send out these lightning bolts that activate those like little turrets there, which are diamond shaped. Those are random which ones it picks, so I personally find it easier just to use Vulcan to pick those off. I think he just wanted to use the bombs there just to speed kill, but I ended up using 2 bombs just for safety reasons. On the second one here, he gets rid of the turrets and then point blanks this boss because the boss has a bit of a delay once you kill those side blocks there, and as a result you can get a lot of damage in before it fires off that first spread. So now he's heading into stage 5, where he'll switch back to Vulcan again. This stage is this is a bit on the longer side, just because I guess with the developers, they're just like, let's just give players like a decent mid-game challenge. You'll see kind of what I'm talking about too when the boss comes out, but for this first section here, it's mostly just watch out for sniper tanks that pop in from the sides, as well as more of these bigger tanks that pop in and fire those diagonal spreads. See, and then for this set, because of the way that the small sniper tanks pop out here, he's going to systematically go left to right to take care of these. Actually, it looks like he could... Yeah, he's using the screen offset, which is a thing from Raiden 1, to basically damage those sniper tanks on the right without actually having to engage them. And then the second set right here, there's more sniper tanks, but then you also have like these little, I guess you could call them like monorail turrets. They're on this track. They'll fire some aim bullets in your direction while sniper tanks pop out from the sides. It's pretty good here to study and just make a decent route off of here because it's very easy to get trapped. Especially on this formation right here. Right there, that third second set is always very tricky to deal with. But it looks like he managed to do that pretty well. Right here, he moves up so that, you know, offsets the shots, and then point blanks that cluster of sniper tanks that comes in from the right. I find that works out pretty consistently from recent strats that I've tested for myself, so I'm gonna copy that from CPS if I ever come back to improving my PB here. Right here, you just have this one annoying enemy that shoots out destructible bullets. Pretty easy to take out. As long as you're taking care of enemies that move side to side. The helicopter enemies that spawn from the top two are also random, so that's something you have to keep in mind too. Because that can mess up your item order. Alright, so this boss here has 4 different phases. It's quite nasty. I assume he uses the cluster bomb here just to take out that first phase easier, even though a lot of players will just, you know, move in from the sides just to do some damage to the turrets. The second phase here, you want to point blank as fast as possible to get to move into the third phase. There are some safe spots that you can exploit on the third phase here, because since it doesn't fully move up to the top of the screen, when it does the spread there, you are pretty much safe as long as you're close to the boss and move on the top of it. Oh, that was close. There we go. So, looks like he's going for a speed kill here in the 4th phase. Oh, dude, that spread there could have, like, eaten him, because when it does that rain of bullets, that's entirely random, and if you don't have things protecting you there, you could easily gone point blanked. So yeah, that boss Blackbird has consumed a many players' runs, mine included. Right here, the game will transition to moving from Earth as you're escaping the atmosphere into space. I'm also not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but item order in this game is also randomized. I believe Saucy Kobold in his guide mentioned that initial spawn time is something like either 80 frames or 180 frames. And then subsequent changes to, I guess, different colors are always fixed. But it's usually good not to rush in there and pick up the first item because it could potentially switch on you quickly. Usually you kind of want to wait for a lull match before grabbing power-ups. Alright, so now we're moving on to stage 6, where there's a lot of asteroids in this beginning section here. I think CPS might also be going for the 1-up in the stage 6 section here, so let's see if he manages to get it. In this section here too, you have these like little ground-based turrets, which will fail a set of guns if you move right in front of your position. These aren't too hard to devise a strat for, but it's good to at least get rid of those before you go for the 1-up here. Nice, he gets the 1-up. Yeah, and that 1-up right there, if you have Vulcan, the only way you can get that is a pretty strategically placed bomb. You could get it with Plasma if you lock on immediately from the start, or Laser, but I really would advise against that because then you just have no coverage for this section right here. And then as you'll see here, a couple of these sniper tanks pop out the wall here. You can just avoid them. Their first set of bullets, and then they just mostly disappear. All off the left side there. Don't have to worry about that too much. And then coming up here, we're gonna have to deal with, there's like 6 or so sniper tanks that pop out, the 6th one being delayed here at the very end, so that's why he hangs back there to kill that. This section can be a little dicey, but he works out pretty good strat here. He just moves from left to right, taking out those turrets. And then up here, there's this bigger tank here that shoots this kind of spiral pattern there. Oh, okay, there we go. Looked like it was gonna do that pattern again, but ended up not doing it, so it worked out. Up here you have these 2 gun platform. Yeah, that was good. He used the bomb there because I didn't think he was gonna do enough damage. Let's see. Now coming up here, he's going to face the stage 6 boss, Graphite, which is probably the hardest boss encounter in the game. Switch to Laser for that, because you want to kill this thing ASAP. I wouldn't be surprised if he uses a couple of bombs here either. After this initial pattern, it fires off this nasty dense, like, three-way spread. There we go. There are ways you can offset that spread. Shoots off in the middle there, and then just tap dodge when it does like the fast aimed spread pattern to left to right, but that can be pretty difficult to practice, so he just wanted to get that out of the way. It's a good thing that he did. Alright, it's stage 7. So, this stage starts off, you just kill a lot of these asteroids and those enemies there. All of the asteroids here, as well as the shrapnel, are actually in pre-rendered 3D because there's like a custom 3D processing chip inside the schematics of this PCB/hardware. It's partially why they... Oh, that dodge, though. It's partially why this game took something like 4 years of development time. Right here, he switches to plasma because since there are a lot of dense asteroids mixed in with these enemy patterns here, the plasma is actually very good for getting rid of all the asteroids in your way and dealing damage to other enemies, whereas Vulcan just doesn't leap through a lot of those quick enough to deal with immediate threats. The only downside here is that you have to be more cognizant of your position, since especially these enemy spawns here will appear right around your area. Now it's close. These guys that shoot like the aims bullets at you can also be quite annoying. I've had times where the plasma just disengages and refuses to kill the ships coming down from the screen before they fully die. Let's see. Yeah, here he just top dodges to deal with all those enemies coming down. I think he's going to try a point blank strat here with this mid boss. Let's see if he times it right. Yeah, okay. That was very clean. Otherwise, if you don't kill that thing immediately, you have to deal with a spread that kind of aims out. It kind of like starts initially in the middle and spreads outwards. And then that one you would have to move side to side if you don't get the quick kill on that. Ooh, a little close there, but made that work. For this section here, you still want to stick with plasma. I've personally used both Vulcan. Oh, nice. I've used both Vulcan and plasma here. I think either one works. But for this boss here, you likely want to move back to Vulcan because you get much better point blank damage, and it's much easier dealing with the boss that way. Alright, so after dealing with these asteroids, the Stage 7 boss appears, which is called Huge Satellite. It has this vulnerable point in the middle of it, which you can do massive damage to its weak point before it even manages to really get the fight started. This is something they also fixed in the sequel DX, where you can't point blank and kill it immediately, but instead have to dodge from the sides. Here though, it's a piece of cake. And there we go, Stage 7 clear. Still no miss pace, which is good. Alright, so now we're at level 8, the final level of this game, and this stage I don't think is as bad as Stage 7, but you still have to watch out for some nasty enemy formations in the last segment here. Right here you've got some enemy tanks that fire some paint bullets at you. These aren't too bad. He's probably going to use a bomb on this guy, yeah. Because it'll immediately fire off the spread pattern, which is a bit annoying to deal with. You have to dodge the spiral while dealing with the 8 bullets from those other tanks and turrets. So there's this crystal here you can fire at. Apparently, it's extremely robust, and you could kill it, but you get like not that many points from it. So most players will just kind of shoot at it. But here is important because there are these, gunships that come down. You want to kill these ASAP while avoiding the fire from these helicopter spawns that come from the top. If you don't kill the helicopter spawns, they will just hang around the screen and constantly remaneuver themselves to fire at you. And don't leave the screen like other variants of that enemy type. Here he used angle positioning to get rid of the statue on the left and then the right, which, you know, executed very cleanly. Alright, and a little bit dicey in that last section there, but looks like he's going to get into the final boss with the lives and then switch to laser here. First section of the boss, okay, yeah, he's using that bomb there for safety just to speed kill that phase. There he gets a nice point. Oh, somehow he switched to plasma. Oh no, bros. Well, he should still get it. Oh, you don't want to move on that last pattern there, because it's aimed around you. I should have bombed there again, but that's fine, honestly. Like, you know, he got the clear, saved Earth from the aliens, you know, everyone go home. That's what matters at the end of the day. So yeah, good shit. That's a Raiden 2 1-all clear. One of the hardest dad games on stream. The guy in chat, 2-all. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, so when you complete the game for the first time, you get 1 million points, very similar to Same, where for each subsequent loop of the game you clear, you get additional million until around loop 10, where I believe after that it randomizes the millions total you get. So yeah, big GG's to Copy Paster here. Yeah. He's got a lot of time left after this, because he got the clear very first attempt. So I think he'll just play this out since he has a lot of time left over. Oh yeah, so now that he's got all of his bombs as the same bomb color, you can see there you get 50,000 points, which is huge if you manage to like not bomb a huge majority of the game, just continually get those bomb power-ups. It's one of the reasons I think some people, when they score this game, prefer just to use the red thermonuclear bombs instead of switching over to a cluster. But yeah. So as you can see here in loop 2, basically what happens in this loop is, you may not notice it too much at first, but as the stage goes on, bullets gradually get faster to the point where it reaches a rank that's higher than usually like loop 1 later stages. As a result, a lot of strategies are still the same as loop 1, but just you have to execute the entire... Oh, he got the... Bro, why didn't you not get the HM first? Well, that's fine, honestly. Like, as long as you get a P for these opening stages, since you still don't have a lot of enemy density compared to stage 3 onwards, you could reasonably recover to full power here. Like, a lot of the same strategies will still apply for bosses and stage portions. Just have a tighter window, which means a lot of stuff with like point blank game. bro. Get the tanks. So let's see. Probably like this first tank here. Yeah, walkers will just die super quickly this time since he's at full power. Let's see. So you're probably gonna try going for the same link strategy, I imagine. Let's see. Nice, gets it. So yeah, same point link strategy there as first loop, just slightly tighter timing. And he didn't die in 2-1, so I'll give him props for that too. One other tidbit I guess I could mention, which is a little funny, in my experience, this game has like a lot of weird revisions. I've actually seen this at an arcade near my area at the Santa Monica Pier, where I guess for some countries there's like an easier set, which replaces some of the enemy formations, alters certain item drops. I actually haven't cleared easy set for US set to really confirm all the changes, but it's something that's interesting to note. There's also harder sets too, which, from what little I played, like, there's a couple of slightly different enemy placements, but it's hard to really tell if it's substantially harder than just the normal ROM sets here. But most people usually play on Japanese set 1 or US set 1. You don't usually play for player 1 because the player 2 side on Japan set 1 has to deal with these atrociously programmed checkpoints, which, you know, you die, you lose all your power, and just have to deal with whatever the fairy throws at you. The game's not really designed around that, so I get maybe why they wanted to appeal to fans of the first game to be like, let's carry on the checkpoint tradition, but yeah, for that reason alone, I usually don't recommend P2 unless you don't really care about playing like the Japan ROM set. Looks like Kali Dacer should be back up to full power. Very nice. This weird sideways move, but that works. I think the boss for this stage should be the same. There's also the slight chance that there's like this little red car that will appear in that first road that pops up back there. I'm actually not entirely sure what triggers it, but if you do get it, you do get a nice little point bonus. Okay, let's see if he can pull off the same strats for this boss and get to 2-3. Because, oh boy, 2-3 is like a big step up compared to its like 1 variant. Nice. So he got the quick kill on that. I think he also PB'd, because his previous clear he got like just over 3.5, so good stuff. Oops, missed that medal. The medal there, if you uncover right at the end, that's actually randomly placed on a horizontal axis. So if it's close to you, you can usually pick it up, but if it's too far, you might just get thrown back to the middle for the level / end of stage bonus. Oh, bro. That works. It's a little worried he's gonna get sniped there. Watch out for that chain left. So you could go for the 1-up here again if you want to. Oh, I think you might actually go for it. Huh. Yeah, so... Oh, but he died trying to get it. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Yeah, this... I honestly don't think he's gonna be able to recover, but we'll see. He just doesn't... Now he doesn't have like much range to go with, so this is probably gonna be bomb popping all over the place. Oh, there's one tank that spawned on the right side. Now he's got no more bombs, so just YOLO from here on out. Yeah, that section sucks there if you don't have full power. Just you don't have the firepower to deal with all those enemy spawns and the faster firing rate / reload time. But dude, getting to 2-3 midsection, you know, that's really good in a live run, so props. Yeah. I think there's some replays where they show off, some Japanese replays that kind of show off like how you get the 1-up in loop 2 without having to do that, but there's always room for improvement. Yeah. Awesome run. GG's, copy paster. So now, since we have 50 minutes left, he's going to be switching over to Raiden 3, which was released in 2005 by Moss, which owns, or I guess licensed out, got the rights to Raiden licensed out for Raiden 3 and 4, as well as 5. No problem. Glad you guys like my commentary. I spent a lot of time playing this game back in, or at least 2's case back in April. Got a basic clear off stream and then came back to it in July. So these are all very fun games to learn back to, because when you have like the fundamentals from Telltale games and kind of understand mechanically how they work, I think it makes approaching the classic Raiden games a lot better. But you know, in CPS's cases, you know, he's he spent a lot of time getting into Raiden 2. You know, really put in the man hours and save state effort to work in it. Shows. So, good stuff. Alright. Looks like Raiden 3 is showing up on a screen. Oh. There we go. Yes, I can see the screen on my end. It's got the little track demo with the Raiden fighting Thundership. So, this is a quick warning. I actually do not know as much stuff about Raiden 3 because I really only played one credit of it, but I watched CPS's clear of this game yesterday just to study up, and like we were talking a little bit back and forth. It does feel a little bit like prototype Raiden 4, which I've been playing a lot of recently, so I can see some of the similar like design elements. I believe Raiden 3 was originally released for the Taito Type X arcade board back in 2005 or so, and then this Raiden 3 digital port came out in 2014 for both Steam and GOG, published by H2 Interactive. So let's see. So for this game, stage 1, he's just powering up some stuff for his Vulcan shot, and then I believe for the side sub shot, he's going to try to get the R weapon, which stands for rapid fire missiles. These basically act as homing missiles, which apparently in this game have like really good damage output, which surprised me because in 4 they just really suck ass. Like I wouldn't recommend it in that game, but here apparently they're really good. There's also a speed kill system, multiplier system in place where the faster you kill enemies, starting from times 2.0, and then decreasing a multiplier rate as the longer you remain on screen, you get more scores. So encourages you to speed kill stuff as much as possible. Yeah, also in Raiden 3, it looks like the power-ups for your main shot type, you still have to improvise a bit to grab them. And it looks like for this first boss here, it just fires that slow, like, spread as it moves from side to side. When you blow the top off, you just speed kill. You just speed kill that part and it'll just pretty much die as much as you remain on top of it. Yeah, easy stage 1 boss, as per tradition. Oh, the quick score multiplier thing is actually in vanilla Raiden 4. It just starts from like 5 times instead of the 2 times here. But yeah, overkill does add like the extra, you do like extra damage after your stuff is killed to get those overkill items. I guess I should also mention too that from what I understand, right there you saw the Fighting Thunder ship has bombs that kind of act more like smart bombs now, where just more instantaneous activation clears all bullets on the screen. Pretty handy. The hitbox is also smaller than classic Raiden games too. Enemies will fire you from more additional angles than just the older games. So these, looks like he's almost pretty much fully powered up with the main shot. I'm not entirely sure if he is for secondary, but let's see. So looks like for this boss he just uses laser for better damage output. From what I was looking at his video too, it looks like a lot of bosses in this game, you just want a laser for more consistent damage output. There, I imagine he just uses bomb just for easier speed kill, since it looked like the pattern there, the bullets were just going to overlap. You have to probably move from to the side and then back again. But since this is so early on, it's probably just like whatever I can do to make things more consistent is what I'll go with. Stage 3 is another port/C stage. Yeah, one thing you'll notice, a lot of Raiden games pretty much tend to use like the same environments for stage layouts. Although in this game, spoilers, you go into space quite early on. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the enemy types that pop up are kind of similar to what is in Raiden 4 as well. Both just the turrets that pop up from the side, as well as these like gunboats there that have the 3 different shots that pop out. Quick kill that mid-size enemy there just to make things more consistent. And there he gets the 1-up from destroying all those cranes on the side. Close. So yeah, for this boss, I guess in his video he's showing off like you could kill off that first phase with Vulcan alone for just better screen coverage, but looks like laser works almost as well, just bit faster. Kill stuff. Nice. Looks like a lot of patterns here, just like, you know, tap dodge to like left right, but yeah, that was close. So yeah, I guess for some reason they decided like stage 4, you go into space right from the get-go, where a lot of other writing games it's like gotta make it to stage 5 or 6 at least. Ooh, got point blank there. That's not good. Don't know if he wants. So we got the spider tank here. Yeah, looks like he's just gonna use the bomb there to point blank do massive damage. Looks like we've got some additional aim bullets in between the destructible enemy moves that come out. Then for here, it looks like he wants to use laser again for this boss. Stage 4. Wow. Surprised he's able to get that close and misdirect. Nice. Ooh, ow. I see what he's trying to do there with just timing the bomb pickup so that he could get full hit back, but it looks like... Yep. point blank by one of his turrets. It's looking like it's in trouble now, because I think there's a 1-up in stage 6, but yeah. Ow. Kind of snowballed. Oof. Game over in stage 5. Oh well. Yeah. What's up to you? Okay. Yeah, you might as well, just the time you have. I'll be right back. Gotta check something. that was close. Holy shit. Ooh, that was tight. Let's got the kill on the boss. One thing I remember reading about this game in an interview was, I believe the people at Lost basically said, like, you know, if we didn't release right at this time, we thought like there might not be another chance to release it. Considering the changing arcade environment, especially before that time, probably was a good idea, I think, even if this game is a bit of that weird transitional phase between like the more modernized Reddit games. But I think it did well enough in arcades, which is why 4 ended up getting made. I think the designers you mentioned too, like there's, because like the whole tight to have like a master calendar for like schedules, there's some stuff they want to fix in this game which didn't quite get patched out before released, but as they say, it's like, you know, it's just part of dev time. Somehow switched to laser there. Probably not the best idea, but it can work. Looks like we got the one up. Ooh, I got hit by the boss's bullets from that main card gun. Dang. Oh, come on, you gotta get the rapid. Haha, another death there. It's not good. That probably just looks like something where it looks like you're supposed to be closer to the middle, like right as the pattern ends, but you're just doing a basic like survival strats. Don't know if there's really anything you can do besides just maybe bombing that for consistency's sake. AC units in space. Another thing I noticed too, it seems like power loss is more severe in this game versus Raiden 4. Oh, took another death to the spider tank. Yeah, I don't know if he's run is in trouble, so I don't know if he's going to be able to get to the stage 6 now. There you go. So it looks like he's gonna go with missile. I think it still does pretty good damage in this game too. Yeah, at the start of the stage there, it looks like he uses his invincibility to get rid of those bombs quickly. Yeah, makes sense. There we go, and then he gets Vulcan. Right here, it's like you want to avoid hitting any of those bombs in a row. That's why he does that. It's just less shit to deal with. Okay, yeah, so here it looks like those little spider guys, kind of like the first Raiden game, will try to snipe you from the sides. It's probably the good idea just to space yourself out so you can dodge in between while avoiding the spiders to the left, right. Okay, looks like he uses the bomb there just to get that phase out of the way. That first pattern there, looks like a similar attack to the one used by Raiden 2's DX's Black Brown, the second phase, if you don't kill it immediately, but instead just like kill some of its side parts and let the guns activate. Interesting callback. Alright, this is stage 6, I believe. Did it really come out like that? Oh no. Probably because I hold the S a bit long. Yeah, this stage looks like just a lot of sniper tanks coming out from the side, so you need to memorize at least some of the key positioning there. Although, because he's died quite a few times, rank is noticeably lower. You can tell by the enemy bullet speed. So what I think he's going to try to do in this upcoming section, yeah, he switches to laser here, because for the stage 6 1-up, you need to destroy all the turrets that pop out of these little mid-wall sections here. Nice. Looks like he got the 1-up. It looks like on this boss, he mostly just had a lot of stuff just aimed, so it looks like he's just heading over to the left. And then that pattern in the middle there looks like it's just tap dodging through stuff. Nice. That point blank damage probably helps quite a bit. Ooh, we got point blank there. That's... Even though this is the last stage, I think this does last for... Yeah, that's it. The stage does last for quite a bit, so... I imagine... Yeah, just gonna play this out. This little mid-boss right here. Looks like you can just stay on the left on that spread pattern. And you can just fit in that gap quite nicely. And then come up here. Should be getting to the final section of the stage where there's a lot of 8 turrets, and I believe there's a couple of those statues have like 8 patterns it needs to watch out for. And right here is the final boss. Yeah, he wants laser for this. Honestly, like, this final boss, when I looked at it, it's just like, it doesn't look bad at all. Oof. There, he's trying to tap dodge from side to side while making sure he cancels out the destructible bullets, but I guess he got clipped by moving slightly too far. Bomb that, because not enough power, I'm guessing. This plasma takes forever. There you go. Okay, so this last phase quite gnarly. Okay, he can just tap dodge that pattern, it looks like. Ooh. Yeah, I think he's just gonna bomb spam it to finish it off. Whoa! Oh my god. Surprised he managed to dodge through that. Jesus Christ. Power loss. Okay, well. Not a clear, but 3cc and Raiden 3. So good effort. This game is harder than 2. No. Everyone I've talked to who's like played 3 has been like, this is easier than like 2 and 4. At least. I don't know how this compares to 1.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey. Okay, so I failed clear Raiden 3. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Like, you still showed off
Yeah.
pretty much how you do most of the game.
Yeah. And we have 10 minutes, so I don't know what I should do here. I request too much free time, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's just... Go ahead.
because I was expecting that Raiden 2 might take more time. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready for the raid? If yes, then okay. I'll re-raid. Okay, thanks to you for the commentary.
Yeah, no problem. Glad you enjoyed it. And GG's on the Raiden 2
Yeah.
PB.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Bro,
Okay,
this is
so-
right.
Master Sub, you better go live right now. Oh yeah, he's going to do Tuhu fan game.
Yeah, another one of those funny names. Magical Singular Day.
Okay, set your equipments. Just tell me when you're ready. Yeah, Puhu warning. Yeah. This is wallpaper. This is gallery artwork. You can see if you beat the game once in any difficulty.
I see. Looks like it'll set the marquee for, I'm guessing the piece. Oh yeah, everyone's favorite fairy waifu.
Yes, this is the fairy and other concept art. So I'm just gonna wait if Saurus or Master Suck gonna live.
Yeah.
I personally think this could be a good some wallpapers.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But I have no idea how to extract these pictures to files, GPG or PNG. No idea still.
Favorites of it somewhere.
So here is 3D viewers. Just screenshot them, yeah. It's not that easy, man. Oh, Olifante, yeah. This one technical monkey. You can also see in the each enemy. Every enemy has this aircraft viewer.
Mhm.
Okay, this is the Loic. And this is Super Flight Demo. Okay, let's
Yeah.
play one of the replays. I think he died on purpose because he wants more bombs. Oh, okay, he's
Oh.
alive. Alright,
Yeah.
thanks for your commentary and see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, in next day I'm gonna do Gradius too, so yeah, just wait for next day.
Next tomorrow.
Yeah, have a good day, Maximo.
Thanks. You too, man. Or it's probably night where you're at. Okay.
Alright,
Cool.
I am successful, rate him.
Yeah. You got that clear and rain too.
Yes.
Good shit.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off the call.
Yep.
By the way, this is by far the least played shot type in this game. I'm going to have to show you why later. For the time being, I'm just showcasing a bit of a background in the stage. You're not going to see it more.
Yeah, this is the Katsui shot type. Really,
Trash.
really similar to Tiger.
The thing is, it just doesn't have damage.
Yep.
Even if you look.
And this is the snake section from Mushi. This game is actually like very similar to cave games. Like a lot of references to cave.
Yeah. It's just an acid rip from Toho fan game with cave copy pasting.
Yeah, basically this is.
Here it comes!
Yeah.
Any second now. I said any second now.
Where?
Okay, the girls have smiled on me, I guess. No crashes. I'm gonna play with background then. Fine. Fine.
Okay, we're gonna play the game now.
I'm gonna go for default settings for now. I'm not that much of a cope gamer. So what do I have to explain? I have to explain that point blank in enemies lands you more hyper is your counter on the top left. With hyper you can create the homing bullets, heat-seeking bullets, as opposed to aim bullets. I actually failed the cancel here, but if you time your cancel at the end of a hyper correctly, that shit just straight up recharges. Something like Death Smiles, I think, or Rolling Gunner. I'm not sure.
Yep, and you're still playing the Katsui shot type, isn't it?
Yes. And the music is from Kotsujin because I hate Cave.
You hate Cave, but you play a Cave-inspired Topo game.
That's how deep my corruption go. We're gonna have an entire Cave hate bracket in this today.
Yeah, so I think moderate mode it may be the simplest in terms of its mechanics because you only have like one type of hyper.
Yeah. You don't have the charge hyper.
Yeah, and every time you hyper, you get a cancel, right?
You get cancel. You can also cancel the hyper for an additional cancel, but you're gonna spend the bomb. If you let it run out, it also cancels. Right, so yeah, the way that you cancel your hyper, man, I'm gonna have to explain the way that you cancel those homing bullets now. It's not intuitive, I think.
Bullets, like not really bullets, but more like items, aren't they?
They can kill you. If you play
Oh,
without
they
auto
can.
bomb, they can straight up cause you to miss. So I play C, and these items, depending on how red they are, they give me score, and the blue number means I get 7 fucking bombs or something. I don't remember. Blue number, when it reaches a 5,000, if every 5,000 is gonna be a new bomb. And right, and if you have max bombs, I think you just instantly max out your counter. It's like, you know, like if you got maximum rank from reaching a maximum bonus in like Golden Power or something, but your stock is 8 and you get bombs in bunch of 4. That's pretty absurd, to be honest, but whatever. Bunch, sets of 4, multiples of 4, anything. Yes, you get 4 bombs every 5,000.
By the way, this game is made on Danmakofu, which means that playing it on modern Windows is a
Yes.
huge pain in the ass.
You have to get a separate exe to even be able to, you know, V-patch, disable the shitty graphical processing and input lag. I am using a special wine presets for it that includes upscaling all the textures. Doesn't work on these mountains though. Haha. Look at that. Foot crab game.
Yeah, and for some reason, I think this boss on moderate has literally random layouts, whereas in other modes it's static.
Random. Yeah, when you make this difficulty, you make random.
Yeah.
It's easy, bro.
Balancing may be a bit clunky in this game.
Yeah, you don't say. And also the shot type balance. Oh, we haven't mentioned shot type balance. So, look at this fairy's fucking health bar.
Yeah,
got
those
so
fairies
low.
took like forever to kill, the small ones.
I meant the tanky fairy that shoots semicircles. Oh yeah, that fairy's a dick. He's going to appear on the snake section in Mushi stage. I mean, on the, you know, dragon section from Mushi in that last stage. Kind of spoiled you a bit. Also, I do have a 1cc with Marisa D, so I might not necessarily care about crashes that much, but you've been warned. This might crash sometime during
But not
fifth
for a
stage.
moment.
Really, I wish it was just something that I could troubleshoot, like wrong locale or something. It's not. It's just beyond my control.
Oh yeah, by the way, this game has familiars just like in the Imperishable Naito.
Yeah, it also has a human and I don't know, like yokai bar, but it doesn't have that system in this mode.
Yeah, in moderate there is no yokai human mode, but what was it? Adrenaline, the mode that you're gonna play next.
Extreme.
Extreme. Extreme has that mechanic.
Oh yeah, think of that. If I crash, I might just fire up Extreme and show you how fucking ridiculously hard it is. It's not gonna be a one although.
Spoiler alert, Suck has not cleared Extreme yet.
Oh, it's fine. I could do it in no time. Just like my Gradius 3 clear. Totally not a infinite work in progress. This shit is easy on moderate. You haven't seen this on fucking...
Yo, it's the girl from Miku-san.
Alright, it's the real Manticore or something. I don't fucking care. It's a stage 3 boss. Stage 3 boss.
Oh, this pattern is just like Katsui.
Oh my god. You have summoned the dark overlords in the chat. Yeah, just doing a little relay, don't mind me.
You might as well classify MSD as Katsui at home. But I don't even remember how many Katsui at homes there are. Like, this is
Battle to reverse.
By far the most popular cave game to make a fan game of.
Oh, that kind of Katsui at home, okay.
Yeah, Katsui at home.
Keksoi.
AKA the greatest shmup ever made, according to the fan.
I thought the greatest shmup ever made was gacha game. Oh yeah, right. This shit is RNG. I might die if I don't. Yeah, this would kill me. Thank you. Thank you, stage 4 meatballs. You don't have this shit in extreme, but I have to deal with RNG in moderate because fuck you. That save spot is super reliable in extreme, but not so much in here. Not to say I have to just stand still. I have to dodge something, but it's not.
USD of K.
Okay, that just doesn't make any sense. Oh, you mean as far as Kitsui goes? Fine. But it's not broken though. It's not broken, it's not sheets graphics. I mean, Battle 6 has fine graphics, I guess.
And here, a certain German would argue that at least Ketsui is good as opposed to USD.
Yeah, but he grinded one and not the other. He has a real stock in that opinion. Uh, yes, I don't get this attack. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
What do you mean? It's just streaming. It's just tap dodging. What are you doing?
See, I tried to move as little as possible. That still got me somehow. Okay, that's my first auto bomb.
Dude, you spoiled it to me.
My bad. Yeah, by the way, my auto bomb spends 2 bombs. If I set it to spend 1 bomb, then I wouldn't get any bombs to clear the game. So that shit sucks, I guess.
Oh yes, that homing looks very useful.
Yeah? What about it? Fucking love that shit.
Oh my god, this is literally Toho, aka RNG bullshit.
Yeah. That pattern is actually pretty good on Extreme. But alas, I have to deal with the laughing stock of this video game, the moderate mode. Also, the laughing stock shot type. Well, I tried.
Damn, and that section is like DFKBL stage 5. Well, actually just DFK in general.
Yeah, but you don't have your counter laser and you have to sit in the corner to pass that laser. Or else you die. Or iframe, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting section, but it seems pretty difficult to level.
Even more so on higher difficulty.
Okay, so now we got the Ramber girl.
You mean the stage
Yes,
5
the
mid
mid-boss.
boss? Actually, I wonder why hasn't the dev made so the stage 5 mid boss makes the gameplay different music.
Because he didn't make any music.
Right. But he coded in some shit. Fine, fine. I didn't expect to clear first try. The shot type is balls.
Oops, deep there.
There's just a few saucy things that I've decided to risk to be able to 1cc more reliably. But it didn't work, so fine.
Yes, incorporate unsafe strategies in order to make the run safer.
Yeah?
Nice logic, man.
No, but I mean the hyper route. Like, there's no way for me to guarantee that they stay on my hyper route.
This is the funny, the DFK laser range section without the lasers. Except that it's over now.
Spoke too soon.
Now it is. Yet again. Oh wait, you do have counter laser, don't you?
I'm sealing these familiars. I just want to keep going to see if the thing...
Get gamered.
Yeah, I sealed the lasers so they don't fire. But if I'm not near the option, then it doesn't work.
1 CC, 1 canteen nuclear.
I know, right? Couldn't be me. Well, I was about to make a route of that, but then I died. That looked interesting. I want to learn that. Oops. Damn, bro, the game survives. What the hell? That's interesting. Huh. Well, watch
No,
me
looking good.
get an insane pace run into stage 5 descent and then crash. I'm so ready. And 1 CC pace is extreme pace for me.
What do you mean? You're playing moderate.
Yeah, I am. Aim is hard, okay? I may have cleared this with no auto bomb on, but this is still something of a challenge. Okay. I started early. I can afford this. Oh yeah, as you can see, even after the bullets stop cancelling, there is a bit of iframes. Here I like to sit right on top of the boss, and the bosses don't have hitbox, by the way. So I am pretty
That's
fine.
actually basic.
Yeah. Kitsui 3? What is Kitsui 2? Vintage CPS.
That's the thing.
Or he means like the second port of it?
Always just gets at home.
By the way, these fairies with the knives, they are super fucking punishing. When you're in a hyper and you have that high number on top, that shit is very, very fast and it can snipe you very easily. So what you do is you don't fucking move up and you can't score at all because you need to go near your ardent chasers that are the revenge shots during hyper. You need to go near them and circle them like a moth in order to make them more valuable. But if you let them get too exasperated, they will expire and become worthless. So you need to at least do one cancel during a hyper before you refill. So yeah, that's roughly the timing. They can't last 10 seconds. They last slightly less than 10 seconds, especially if you stick to them.
Damn, that's a nice background. Randomly placed mountains.
Yeah.
Damn, I feel like it's slower than usual.
Maybe you're getting bored.
Maybe. Well, that's what I become when I watch Toho.
Makes sense. Very healthy mindset. What was I gonna say? Right, yeah, so if you do a refill, I think that does lose out a bit of score. Like, I think that canceling purely for score is more beneficial, but maybe that's just because I care less about their tone and more about if I get a refill or no. So I guess they are not relevant to your scoring. The refills. But I might just try and dig up some stuff about this system. I actually scored way more after my first clear with the better shot type. Maybe I should play the better shot type. I'll see how this one goes, but I might just showcase a better type.
We
for the
did start early, however, wait, let me check the time real quick right now.
I need my crash reserve just in case. Oh no, I'm about to miss the
Okay,
point.
so we have 54 minutes left.
That's fine. This is enough to crash a run on stage 5 and start a new one. Extreme even.
Yeah, but if I think that once you get to stage 5, you'll only be able to do one more run.
I might be able to seal these, but I never tried it. Sounds like a very risky enterprise. I wouldn't be opposed to doing it.
Isn't it just app dodging? Why would you seal them?
Why the fuck not? I mean, mostly during hypers for better gains on those stars, on those. Okay, so this pattern has RNG direction actually. So sometimes I get it off the first try, sometimes I have to flail around a bit, try to recover.
Bro,
Recovering
did you
from
get-
shit
oh,
RNG.
no, you didn't actually.
What do you say?
I thought you were you got hit, but you actually used the hyper.
Yes, that's the level of play that you expect from me. Just guy fucking ramming into a static laser for no reason.
Yeah, of course.
You also have special effects during iframes, I think. I don't care at all. Here we go. 20,000 green counter and a bomb extent. Of
I
4
play
bullets.
a perfectly static game and I die to static bullets all the time.
That's why people play static games. That doesn't make them easy. Or possible to 100% consistently play. Unless it is.
Bro, you gotta do a LNN of this.
I did. I had 0 lives and 0 bombs at the end when I cleared.
Dude, that's base. That's literally no lives, no bombs.
True. I'm also heading to LNN with this shot type. It doesn't fucking kill anything. You're sorry, Marissa D. Now I have to waste a fucking hyper on this RNG bullshit. I can't do anything. Game just locks me into a train wreck. Well, this is 1 bomb, so technically I could auto bomb and not lose an extra bomb. However, I will still panic use it, possibly. I'm used to playing with auto bomb off. You know, it might not show. It might not show at all. A lot of things come to me as a surprise all the time. Here we go, no bombs.
Is there an actual difference between the auto bomb off and on?
No, it's all extends from 5,000 bombs.
Good gamer.
The difference is my dislike for any auto bomb mechanic. Regardless of how much it saves me from misery, I do not enjoy auto bombs. But this is a live event. I might as well. Because I couldn't clear consistently with auto bomb off
There's
earlier.
literally no reason to not use auto bombs when the option is there, and it doesn't hinder your score in any way.
Yeah. What about? Well, I am a iron-willed man that will not bend the knee in the pursuit of temporary gain. And that causes me more misery than anything, I think. But I stand by what I say. Auto bombs should be banned. If you don't want people to have to resource manage, just don't put bombs in the game.
Bro, I don't want to resource manage, I just want to see the number go up.
Okay. Then just play a game where there's a number and not a bomb. Like, it's rudimentary. There's no use for this shit. Except for
Bro, what the fuck was that RNG, man?
average relay RNG. You'd be surprised at how often I get lucky when I don't stream. You know? Just that Murph is low in action. Or just scumbag low.
Choco bros, we're losing viewers.
Let them take their
this is
break.
not USD, so no one is watching.
I am visibly frowning right now.
Yep, into stage 5.
Into last battle. Oh man, I actually remembered my route. That was something.
Bro, impossible.
Me not being a fucking baboon on a keyboard, writing Shakespeare?
Incredible.
Well, guess that's what it is. That's right. That monkey is writing Shakespeare and you're witnessing it live. I was just talking a bit about saucy dodges with Golden earlier, and he mentioned that fucking thought experiment with the monkey.
Resources now looking better.
What the fuck?
Well, I do want to point that out because last one was worse.
There's you.
How many level of human gaming are we at? -2 because we all know that Sock is secretly a chimpanzee.
Who?
Chimpanzee.
Oh. I thought of Shihondo for some reason. That shitty-ass game on Steam. Yeah, game just could feel like that. Nothing I could do. I'm using my bombs perfectly. Sorry for the ear rape, by the way. Not sorry. We might have to see some of the more disgusting shit in the Alice fights in this run. That is our fat jinx right there, because that's assuming I reach. I am very hopeful that I'm not gonna have to play video game, but it may just end up the case that I am gonna have to play video game. He was forced to play the video game. He was forced to Tahum. Indeed. Nothing short of Tahuming this shot fight. No shoot challenge. Nothing dies.